All right, guys, we have Juliana here. Juliana, so I'm glad you made it. Thank you, number one.
Thank you so much.
I'm happy that you're always attending events. And she has the longest drive out of all of our agents, but she attends the events. You're such a supporter of us, and we really appreciate that. Thank you. And so tell us a little bit about you. Where were you born? How long have you been in the States? Give us some background.
Okay, yes, from Mexico, and I just came on 1998 to United States with my ex-husband and 3 kids. So when we got here, I started looking for a job, and
Right.
I started as a housekeeping
Okay.
in one of the convalescents.
What city did you come from?
San Jose.
San Jose.
Yeah.
And what part of Mexico did you come from?
I just came from Morelos.
Okay, Morelos. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that was 98 roughly?
1998, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So my mom, she used to work as a nursing assistant in one of the convalescents, and she asked me if I want to work in there.
Uh-huh.
So I got my license as a nursing assistant, and I worked for 10 years. And after these 10 years, I started working on the county as a special ed.
Wow.
Okay,
I didn't know any of this, so that's good. That's good that you.
So, but in I got divorced. My daughters and I, we just became homeless because one of the kids was playing with the fire on the apartments, and all the apartments got on fire.
Oh gosh.
So
Not your daughters, but.
Now, well, and my daughters, they were one. She was with my sister,
Right.
and another one was with me. And my son, he was inside the apartments.
Oh,
so
gosh.
when I just came from the stores with my other daughter, one of my daughters, we saw the apartments on fire.
On fire.
So they don't let us to get in. But I
Oh,
was
gosh.
worried about my son because my son, he was there.
Oh gosh.
So he don't let them. Firefighters, they don't let me get in. So we been homeless for 3 months.
Okay, so luckily your son was able to get out, right?
Yeah.
Your son was able to get
Yeah.
out, and
Yeah.
this was one of the kids in another unit that was playing with fire. Not your own
No,
kids
my
were
own
obviously.
kids, no.
obviously.
That's why-
So we wanted to make sure we're clear on that. But
Yeah.
tragic situation. So you ended up homeless
Homeless.
for how long?
For 3 months.
For 3 months.
So the 2000, I think,
Wow.
apartment is not any apartment available. Not even if we have the money. If I have 3 months pay for rent, nothing. So we were sleeping on schools, on with friends, with families, but with families they told us that they not allowed to have a lot of people. So
Right. So
That was
it was you and 3 kids.
that was tough. So
Oh my gosh.
I was dating Miguel, and Miguel, he was helping me to look for an apartment and nothing. So one time my daughter, she just got sick in one of the stores. She almost passed out.
Uh-huh.
So we were sleeping in a room with another family, and I went over there to just put my daughter to rest a little bit, but the room was lack.
Oh.
So I grabbed a blanket and took my daughter to the park. So that was tough. It was the hard time of my life.
Right.
So after that, we got an apartment, 1 room. So the guy, he let us to live all 5 because I got together with him.
Right. So that was a 1-bedroom.
1 bedroom.
And 3 kids,
yes,
and how old were the kids at this time?
That was 19, 17, and 15.
Okay, so teenagers. I mean, going through homelessness, I can't imagine. I mean, my parents, we went through some tough times. As I've mentioned in a couple of the conversations that I've had, where it was brutal. It was like, I'm the youngest of 5 kids, and we always had some relatives living with us at the time. It was either my uncle with his family, or it was some situation, friends or something. But we always had someone staying. So we had sometimes 10, 11 people, together.
So after that, we just got this apartment, and my daughters, they live. So Miguel and I were still living together for 2 years. After 2 years, we got our first house on San Jose. So we decided to become a foster parents, and we end adopting 5 kids.
Okay, guys, I thought when I was asked Juliana to come, she was a little nervous, but I think I got Mother Teresa sitting with next. Are you serious? Are you serious? Really?
I'm serious.
5 kids?
5 kids.
Five
that
kids?
was one family, yes.
Can I have your hand for a second? Okay. Seriously, very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Very sweet. So you got these 5 kids. So hold on, let me make sure. You got a house, right? So that was after 2 years, right? And guys, you haven't. We should pull Miguel into this video here. He's a sweetheart. He is really sweet. There's some people you just meet and you just feel their vibe. The minute I met him, I was like, man, I love this guy. I love this guy. He's a very special, part of your life, of course. And if he ever gives you any trouble, then you call me. But I don't think he would. He's an angel. Honestly, he is an angel. So what did you do to convince him, or was he on board to get 5 kids too?
Oh my God. The social workers, they give me a hard time because that's 2 brothers and 3 sisters. That's all one family.
Right.
So,
but how did you, let me ask you this. How did you come across their situation?
To get these kids?
Yeah.
Because we came empty nesters.
Right.
So my kids, they already got married and
having their own life.
Yeah.
Right.
So we decided to just be foster parents
Right.
only. But
Okay.
after that, we can adopt 1 kid, but 1. So I got 2 girls that it didn't work out. So
Okay.
we just have to let them go.
Oh, right.
So the social worker called me and she said I have 3 kids.
Right.
That are 3 boys.
Uh-huh.
But they didn't tell me that they have another 2 sisters.
Oh, wow.
So I got the 3 boys, and after I think 2 weeks after, we have a visit with the sisters, and they were with another family. So after a year, we decided to get them together as a foster kids.
So you got the 3 boys first. A year later, you got the 2 daughters, two sisters of theirs, right?
Yes, because they were 13, and I think the youngest was 5.
5. Wow.
So they decided to find a family to adopt them. So they got 1 family, and I was thinking not to do it because they were 5.
Right.
And they have different behaviors.
Sure.
So, but they told me, if you let me go, we're gonna run away.
Oh, gosh.
So we was in a not really bad position, but I was thinking about it. So the social worker gave me a hard time because they wanted another family to adopt these kids. And they give me really a hard time that I have to end on the court. So the judge decided that they can stay with us, but on the end, I almost quit because they really give me a hard time. They dig on all my life.
Right. I mean, I get that part, right? They're going to investigate, they're going to do this because they want to make sure that the kids are going to the right family. But going through that process, so what made you get through it? Because we're all faced with these obstacles, challenges, and the other 2 kids didn't end up working out, right? The ones that you were originally. So there's a little bit of heartbreak too, right? Because these are human beings we're talking about, and they're kids and they're innocent. What helped you get across the finish line?
Because I have my daughters, they always support me, and Miguel, he said, okay, if you just let them go, you're gonna make these ladies happy.
Right.
And you just not and later on, if you know something that has went wrong with the kids, you're going to say that's my home.
Right.
So we decided to just go
and pursue it.
Yeah.
Pursue it.
So I end with five kids.
Right. So how? So then you got the approval. You got the approval. So the judge approved it.
Yes.
So you come home with 5 kids. Now you went from being empty nester to having 5 kids. And again, I told you I'm one of the youngest of 5 kids. I think my parents had to be partly insane. But again, I always tell my parents this. I was like, I never got an invite to come to the world, right? So I was like, hey, you know what? You asked for it, so you get it. You know, that's the thing. You know, so now, so you got 5 kids. Tell me about that. How was that?
It was hard because my youngest daughter, she decided to join the army. So
okay.
she has 2 kids.
Wow.
And she said, Mom, are you gonna help me? I said, how am I gonna help you? And she said, I have to leave my kids here.
And she was going to the army.
Yeah.
To serve this country.
Serve the country.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got this.
And again, I always like to ask you what, you know, or ask whoever I'm talking to, around what year was that, if you recall? Ballpark.
2003, like 2005, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
So I end with 7 kids. And plus my daughter that she's gonna join us on here.
Right.
So she got another one. So we end with 8 kids.
Wow.
After we empty.
Right. So from empty to 8. Talk about a full house, right?
So that was fun because we was having weekends, going to the Great America. We buy all the
season tickets.
tickets just to get away from the house.
Wow.
It was hard, but it's worth it. I have the youngest on the Marines now, and
nice.
Everybody's good now.
Everything's good. Okay, so how many are in the house now?
How many years?
How many kids in the house now? Are you empty nesters again?
We empty, but
okay.
we don't need anything.
You want to adopt me?
No.
I love you and Miguel already, so you need another. You know, I mean, I'd be your older younger brother. Right.
And here we have San Jose. We have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths at the time.
Right.
So we sold the house last year, and we went to Madera.
And to Madera, yeah.
We got 4 bedrooms, 3 baths and a half, and it's just Miguel and I.
Yeah. Okay. So you got plenty of space, but what was the motivation that I want a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, or 3-bath too to have more kids move in, or for the grandkids maybe when they come visit?
Maybe the grandkids or my daughters if they need it.
Right.
So when we came here, sometimes it's just you have to just deal with one room. I say if something go wrong with my daughters, I have enough space for them too.
Right. So guys, I am astounded, honestly. Juliana and I, yes, we know each other. Yes, we've talked, but knowing this, my respect for you is already there, but it's only increased exponentially. I mean, you're gonna make me cry, all right? You're gonna make me cry, and I don't want to cry on camera, but you really hit my heart with everything, I don't know what to say. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah. So we are happy now. So now my daughter, she's gonna join us. When I'm start studying for the real estate, so I went to school is when the school still open at the time. So I got the classes from 6 to 9 on the San Jose City College.
Right.
And I was thinking about it all the time, but I never have time to go to school. But when the kids start growing,
sure.
So I decided to do it. So I got principals in practice, and I fell principal. So I say I'm not gonna go anymore. I'm done.
Right.
So the teacher sent me an email. If you just wanted to do it, just do it. You're not the only one who failed. So
that's nice.
I got the class again.
Right.
So and I passed, and I got my other one, the 3rd one. So I'm still working on the county for special ed. And one of my coworkers, he got the classes too. He took the classes, and he took the test first, And he say, I didn't pass. I say, why? And he said, that's too hard. Okay. So he say, when you gonna take the classes, that test? And I say, on 2 weeks. And he say, okay, if you don't pass, they're not gonna tell you anything. But if you pass, they're gonna say congratulations, and they're gonna shake your hand.
Right.
So that's what he told me, right? So I took the test, and it took me 1 hour, but I studied like crazy for 2 weeks. So when I just got out from the room, I say, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to go through again, because I reviewed 2 times and I start changing.
Right.
And I say, no more.
No
I'm
more.
done.
So you felt after the 2 weeks you were comfortable, you didn't want to overthink it, because some of those questions, right? And those that have taken, this exam, there's 2 questions. I mean, there's the one question, but there's always like 2 answers that almost could be, depending on who you ask, right? Is this a black wall? Yeah, it's sort of dark gray, black, charcoal, whatever. I mean, you can have, it's a difference of opinion sometimes. It's not crystal clear. So now you took the exam.
And I went to the lady, and she said, oh, I'll give, here is your paper, and you can open until you get the elevator.
Right.
You don't fold it. And I say, okay. And I was so sad because he told me that they're gonna check my hand and they're gonna say
congratulations, right?
I say, okay, I didn't.
And that didn't happen.
I say I didn't pass.
Right.
So when I get to the elevator, I open the paper and they say you pass. I said, my goodness, this is so.
Why did they make you race? There's something right there.
Yeah, but they say that.
Okay, so were you jumping up and down in the elevator?
I was jumping.
Yeah,
I was so happy.
No, I bet you were.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. That's awesome. So you took it, you passed right away.
Right away.
Okay, so then what happened after this?
After I started looking for a job,
Right.
but I still working on the school.
Sure.
So I get to this place and I worked for 3 years and nothing happened in there. So
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about.
Sure.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
Nothing happened in there. One of the co-workers over there, he said, you don't have to be there. Let's go to Realty ONE. I'm working over there. And I say, okay. But it's hard for me to move from one place to another.
You know what? Most people have a hard time making that change because they're like, okay, I know the details, the devil in the details here, but I don't know that one, right? Mm-hmm. But what was your experience once you decided to make the change? Because I remember, this.
That's when he invited me to go to the Christmas party.
Right.
So I met Martha, and since now, Martha and Jairo and Freddie, they were always with me.
Nice.
Just help me with everything I need.
Nice.
And answer all my questions.
Sure.
And I just started, and I say, okay, I just have to leave from school, and
right.
I just
take that chance, right?
Yeah.
Find out.
Since I started here on this office,
Right.
start working.
Yeah.
Really.
Which is great. So, shout out to Martha Dobransky too, because she was very helpful. She's with us. She's a Rockstar agent, former managing partner at our Castro Valley branch, and she moved to Lathrop area, and but she's been just a positive force since the time I've met her.
So good.
And
I'm blessed with her.
and the thing was that Martha, it's a good story. She joined us and then she left and then she came back. And that's the part where I take satisfaction, is that when an agent wants to go and maybe go to another brokerage or check, how is something else? I mean, sometimes another brokerage might say, oh, promise you a few things and this and that. And I was like, hey, listen, go check it out. If you like it, great. If you want to, be with us again, and she rejoined, and I think our relationship got even stronger. Our bond got stronger, and that's the things. But not that we wanted any agent to leave for any reason, but at the same time, sometimes that does happen. And I know you and you're always so kind on text messages to me too when you need some help or reach out.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And one time, I remember that you went to Las Vegas.
Yes.
And I was texting you, and I remember, oh my God, he's over there and I'm asking for help.
No,
I
it's
was
fine.
like, oh, I'm so blessed to have him.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. No, I appreciate that.
do.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I mean, working with you is always a blessing for me. It's been easy to work with you. The other thing too, I tell agents that, when I give them advice, sometimes they might hear it, but they decide to do their own thing. But you've been very, very good at just following that, and I like it because we get to discuss the situation. It's not that as you know, my mindset isn't like, oh, okay, go do this, and this, and that. That's it. No, I want to discuss it with you. So we brainstorm together, and then we say, hey, what are we going to do? And I remember one situation. There was the other agent was really like hammering you, just hammering you, and we had to stop him. He wanted to cancel, and he had no right to do that.
No.
Yeah, so we had to come up with a plan how we were going to, go ahead and put our defense there, because we have to protect our clients, right? And that was the thing. So it was good, but we got through it.
Yeah, my buyer, she was from Mexico, and her dad passed away, and how I'm going to bring her?
Yeah,
that's what's hard.
Yeah, when you have those situations in a real estate transaction, when a tragic situation happens like that, and the other agent isn't necessarily showing any compassion, it's very difficult, right? And I get it, business is business, a transaction is a transaction, but we are humans, and when a client on either side, when we're representing a buyer or we're representing a seller, and let's say on the buy side, tragedy does happen. I mean, you have to have some compassion in those kind of situations. And unfortunately, he was not showing any at that point. But Juliana stayed strong. You stayed strong. You were able to, and we were able to get it done, right? And that got done. And that's the thing. So, I've learned a lot from you today. Obviously, it's on the personal side. Now one daughter's already got her license, right? You want to talk about her a little bit? I mean, do you have any favorites? Or am I going to get you in trouble if I ask you if you got favorites?
No, my two daughters, they are very smart.
Right.
One, she's from Texas, the youngest, because she bought her house over there.
Okay, nice. What part of Texas?
Georgetown.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's where our former manager is, Amanda. She's in Georgetown. I mean, she's still a realtor with us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's in Georgetown.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Or her parents are.
But she wanted to. Always she was dreaming to work with the veterans on doing something. So now she got that job and she stopped doing the real estate.
Okay.
Because I think to be on the military, that's hard. And that stuff, they came with a lot of troubles. So, but she said, Mom, she wanted to come here to California and live with me for a little while, and wanted to take the real estate classes. But another one, it was hard because I told her like 2 years ago, and I say, you better take the classes. And she said no. So this year he decided to do it.
Right, she
started and she done.
Right.
So
that's Anna.
That's Anna.
Yeah.
And I say, you know what? I took the classes for NMLS classes, and I already done with the classes. I'm not going to take the test yet because I don't want to do it. But if you wanted to do, we've been dealing with all the paperwork with the law.
Sure, of course.
So I say, if you just wanted to do it, this is what's going to happen, and that's what the office offers.
Right.
And she said, okay, I'm going to do it. So he started, and
she got it done. Yeah.
So
wonderful.
And when she went to take the test and say, Mom, I'm not gonna take the test. I'm gonna reschedule. I said, why? She said, because I haven't studied enough. And I said, no, you're not gonna reschedule. You're just gonna do it. Get it done. And she said, okay. She passed. And she said, when are you going to take me to your office?
Yeah.
Said, well, do you have your car? And she said, no. But he got online, and I called Richard and I said, who's interviewing the new agents? I thought she's planning to join us.
Right.
So he say, okay, we're gonna do it by phone. So now.
Yeah, no, we're excited to have her. You know, she's very thorough. I think your training has really, you know, very smart, muy inteligente, right? I'm sure. And the thing is that she, you know, this is a very task-oriented business sometimes. So when we see a new realtor come in or a new agent, and they start, you know, not completing tasks, it's very hard. But she knocked it all out. So thank you for encouraging her, for guiding her, and we're excited to have her. We really are. And I get excited because when someone is from the family, this is passing, you know, the baton in a sense, you know, because you start seeing that, oh, okay, you know what, my kids are, in your case, your daughter's doing it. And it's always nice to see because, you know, I was in a seminar one time and the guy was just asking, he was like, hey, how many of you guys wanted to be a realtor when you were young? And I think it was none of us. We ended up in this business. You know, my dad encouraged me to become, because I was going to be an accountant. And he was like, no, you talk too much. You better be into real estate, you know? So I was like, okay. I mean, I'm at least he knows what he's talking about, right? So he's like, yeah, you talk too much. You can't be an accountant. And I never thought about being an agent. I mean, I never thought, even though I grew up in the housing, you know, he was an investor, he still is, but I grew up in the housing industry in that aspect of it, but it never dawned on me to become an agent, you know? So you end up fundamentally, I think most kids or parents, they end up just saying, oh, okay, you're going to be, you know, doctor, engineer, lawyer, that type, you know, that, or you go into, you know, the Army or Air Force, Marines, what have you, armed forces. So yeah, those are pretty much it. But who says, oh, I want to be a realtor, right? And now maybe this generation, because the model homes and HGTV, right, that they get to see it, and $1 million listing and all of those things, they might become one. So Anna's in the business now. How are you guys gonna work together?
We thinking about it to just do like because I'm living on Madera and she's living on San Jose, but
right.
I have
clients
on San Jose. So
right.
When I can do that, you can go into a house or you can do the contract.
Right, so you guys can cover basically all that territory.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, good.
Yeah, and we looking how we want to market.
Okay.
Doing marketing.
Okay,
yeah.
Fantastic.
And
so
that's what Richard told me.
Yeah, so she mentioned Richard. Rich Fleming is our managing partner in the Castro Valley branch here. Great guy, and we've been, you know, you guys will see him in a future episode here. But in fact, we're filming pretty soon here. So I think coming up with a plan of how you're going to use it, your talents, her talents, and really cover that territory is going to be great. And it will be nice to have someone here on the ground to help you as well for the San Jose area, because you have clients here as well, right?
Yes.
And then making the move. But you have this infectious personality. Everybody loves you. I haven't seen anyone ever, like, even the toughest agents, they still love you. You know, and that's it, because you talk to everyone with respect, and you are very careful to make sure you get the deal done. So I'm so fortunate that we got a chance to work together. And I feel blessed to have you part of our team. You're always repping, you know, Realty ONE, which is nice. But hopefully you feel the love from us, and that's the main thing.
I love to work here.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Let's get Miguel his license, okay? I'm working on Miguel. I'm working on him. I think I almost had him this last time I saw him. I'm gonna embrace him, and then we'll just get it done. But thank you for making the time, coming out here, supporting us. Always, I really, we're fortunate. This is sometimes one of the things that you end up as a broker owner. You know, you look at it as a business, but this has been really incredibly. I've been really incredibly fortunate to have all the agents that we have, and this just is another reason that makes me feel, you know, emotional that hey, we have great people, you know, and that's a thing. So anyone who's thinking about getting into the business, realize all the obstacles and hurdles that Juliana has gone through personally, and she's persevered, and you've gone through it. And I know that, you know, it's easier said than done, but she's a living example here of, you know, the American dream is possible. It's not only possible, it's attainable, and she's helping her clients achieve it too. So thank you again. Really appreciate you. And anything I can do for you, just let me know. But we're excited. I think you're going to be, are you going to the summit on February?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so she's signed up for the summit too. So we're gonna go. So if you need me in Vegas, at least you know where I'll be, right? that'll be the thing. But reach out anytime. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. I want to get a hug.